fam, that's what they call me. I promise that you
Hey my berries, so I parted my hair last night. This is how I woke up and I gave myself some pretty big parts because I didn't want a lot of braids in my hair. And I'm using the infamous Freeetress hair in the water wave in 22 inches, and I have 1B, and this is how it looks here. I'm just taking it out the pack. I'm going to be using 2 strands. As you can see, I'm going to make the bottoms pretty stagnant. That's going to eliminate really thick ends. It's going to make the braids pretty thin at the end. Not too thin, but like not extra thick, like unraveling and stuff. And now I'm going to just separate it and make it pretty fluffy because we don't want no little thin braids. We want nice juicy braids. Well, I guess twist, not braids. Now, I already moisturized my hair yesterday, but I'm going to add more. So right now I'm just combing my hair with a fine tooth comb and then adding my products. I'm going to be using a leave-in conditioner and an oil just to set my hair. I also used Eco Styling Gel, which was a great essential for this hairstyle. I got my hair the same texture as the weave, which was pretty amazing, and it worked perfectly with the hair. So this is my first twist, just trying to do it. Hooking it on like this was very hard for me. It just kept slipping. I couldn't like get all the hair on there, and it was just pretty messy. But I did learn a new method towards the end of this video. But once I get it on there, I was able to slip it through, and I'm gonna make sure the loop is nice and looped in. And make sure I have all the pieces, and then I'm just gonna take some of the hair, like half of the hair, and then just put it through it and pull. I'm gonna try to pull as much so you don't get that little knot, that little loop there, but I realized that with this method you're gonna get that little loop. But I do find a new method later on, and I do get my hair and pull. That secures the hair even more. Now I'm just gonna keep pulling just to secure it on my head. I'm not pulling hard. It looks like I'm pulling hard, but I'm not. Just trying to secure it so it won't be like falling down. But now I'm gonna just start twisting, going downward in the regular direction that I usually twist in. And as I go down, I'm going to be adding Eco Styling Gel, which I do throughout my hair. And as you can see, I'm doing this little pull method because that's what I saw in the other videos, but I realized that that wasn't the way to go. Or that just wasn't the way I like my passion twist to be, with that little pull method. Now as you can see, I'm almost done with that, and the braid just looks ugly, like the ends are looking ugly. So I let it go and I unravel it, and it looks like this, and I'm just like, what is that? So I take it down and I start twisting in the opposite direction, and it's made such a huge difference. And as I'm twisting, I'm not doing that pull method anymore. I realized that I do not need that to have great passion twists. And as I'm twisting, the pattern of the twist just looks better. The ends even look better. And since it had the little string there, I'm just going to clip that off rather than waiting for the entire style to be done. I usually just clip it at the end of each braid, and it's looking good the way I want it to. Now I finished my first row and it's looking really good. Super excited. So at this point, I found a new method on how to hook the hair onto the crochet, because that first way was not working. I get super frustrated because it's like it just, all the hair just wasn't going on the crochet. But yeah, I twist it and I put it on my finger, and then I pretty much scrape it off my finger and close that latch, and then pull it through my hair. I make sure the loop is pretty perfect, and then I get half of the hair and pull it through the loop. Towards the end of the video, I do find a new method so I won't have that little knot on top of my hair, because this also can get pretty messy. Putting it through a loop and then having your hair there, it can be pretty tangling. But in a few moments, I am going to show y'all how to prevent that loop at the roots of your hair and to have minimum tangle. So as I am twisting, I'm twisting pretty tight, and as I'm twisting, I'm adding Eco Styling Gel. This works great with keeping my hair and the crochet nice and put together. So I'm just twisting down, and when I get to the end, and if they're uneven, I'm just borrowing from one of the ends just so it can be pretty even. So at the bottom, I also add Eco Styling Gel so it can be secure. But with this braid, I just didn't like how it was looking. It wasn't as uniformed as I would like it to be. So I take it down and I redo it. I twist in the opposite direction. And as I'm twisting down, I'm fluffing it back out because I don't want it to be thin. I still want it to be a pretty, juicy twist. So, I'm going to fluff it back out. And that twist looks so much better than that first one, so I'm just going to keep it going. I have one twist left. And through all the trial and error, I found what works best for me. So just showing you, I put some Eco Styling Gel on it first. I get a fine tooth comb it through. I fluff out the hair. Again, I'm using 2 strands. Fluff it out, and I secure it on my finger. Of course, I'm twisting it. Secure it on my finger. Put the crochet through, and I pretty much scrape it off my finger so I can make sure I gather all the hair on the crochet, and I pull it through. Now I'm going to make sure my hair is separated from the actual hair or the weave, and I'm going to pull the entire weave through, and then have my hair in the weave in opposite hands. Now, what you see me doing here, I'm just pulling a few pieces so it can prevent that knot and that loop from being at the roots of my hair. And that worked much better than that other method. This method with just pulling the entire crochet through was much better than the other one. The other one, you just had more mess. It was more tangling rather than just putting 1/2 of the crochet through the loop. Just putting the whole through. The whole crochet through just worked so much better. So when I have the whole crochet through, I just separate it evenly, then I separate my hair, and then I start twisting down. And again, it doesn't have that knot at the top, like at the roots, and it doesn't have that loop at the top. And as you can see, I am adding Eco Styling Gel so it can be nice and sleek, so my hair won't be popping out. So of course I'm twisting all the way down, and look at that beautiful twist, and they are looking great. I'm going through my hair and seeing which ones I have to redo. The ones that look funny like this, I'm just going to do braid it in opposite directions. I'm sorry, twist it in opposite directions. I keep saying braid, sorry y'all. I never know which way to actually twist. Sometimes I twist forward, and then sometimes I twist backwards, and they still came out weird. If I twisted one way and it came out funny, I just, took my time and twisted the opposite way. So now I'm just going to secure these ends. Some of them did unravel, but I am securing it with some Eco Styling Gel and making sure that it is twisted all the way down. And done. Hey berries, so that concludes this video here. I'm so happy about the outcome that this have made. It came out so great. I thought it was gonna be a little funny looking, like halfway through, like I don't know why, but it came out perfectly fine. I'm so happy that it did. I tied it down for about 30 minutes so it can just lay a bit flatter and more neat. I also redid one of them. Just twisting it in another direction makes a huge difference, or even just like redoing it just make a huge difference. So if you want to have your hair just like nice and perfect the way you want to, don't be afraid to like redo something, because you know it's your money you spend, or like it's your time, and you want like a great hairstyle, then you know, put all the effort into it to make it a great hairstyle. This only took me about 4.5 hours to do. I partied last night, but I did the braids this morning. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, you are the chillest berry of the bunch. Sorry to clap at y'all, my bad. That's my bad. Thank you guys for watching. I will see me in my next video.